Once you have the land and you've fully prepared it, look out for whatever you want, what you target. If it is meat goats, look for those breeds we've talked about. If it is dairy goats, you're going to grow dairy goats for milk. Look out for the best breeds. The best breeds include the Sannens. Those are small. They are small goats, have a small body shape. They are white in color, but the coat, the skin pigmentation is brown, but their hair coat is white. So many people misunderstand them to be savannas, which is not. They have white hair coats. They are small in size, actually, with large udders, and they have sharp pointed ears. Most of them, you can look at them by their eyes and you tell they are not local animals. Then there is what we call the Toggenburg. Now that has distinguished colors. It has gray colors and white. Then there is what we call the Alpine. The British Alpine, the German Alpine, the Swiss Alpine. Any of those countries have their types of alpines. So, looking at that, if you're going into dairy farming, those are the breeds that you have to look out for. Unfortunately, many of them come from far countries. We do not have many good ones here. Many others that have them have crossed them into different things that they do not know about. Their quality has been lowered, and their existence here has been minimized through crossing them with different breeds that they are not sure of their qualities. So, think of those things once you start out. You've bought the land, you've inspected it. Is it fit for growing goats? Grow the pastures. After growing the pastures, look out for the best breeds that you can have. Remember, what people do not tell you here today is this. Times have changed. In times changing, you realize that the freedom that our parents used to farm animals with no longer exists. The weather has changed. The land has been minimized. The size of the land that people have to farm on has become less. You realize that even the conditions that people are living in are very different from what our ancestors were living in. You understand? So, in so doing, you are going to have to adopt to what we call farming with precision. Be precise in your farming enterprise. Be precise. Do what you're doing in a very professional way. Do what you're doing in a very precise way, looking at what you're targeting and what it is going to take you and how long it is going to take you. We are putting these factors into consideration, because if you're doing farming in an unprecise way, you're going to be affected by a lot of things. Diseases, feeding is going to be a problem to you, poor growth. Your animals will not grow well. You're going to have a lot of issues while growing animals. So, if you're going into animal farming, be precise. Identify what you want, how long it is going to take you, what is it going to cost to take you there. If it is goats, look out for the best breeds for what you want to do. Like, for example, if you want to grow goats for meat, look out for the best breeds, be it the Boer, be it the Savannah, be it the Kalahari. You've acquired it. How are you going to manage it to make sure it gives you what you want to get out of it? Look after it very well. Provide it the best conditions. There are so many of you that have done all what you have to do, but you find some small things have messed you up in your farming adventure. And one wrong step in these adventures is normally costly throughout the whole farming, throughout your whole farming journey. For example, there is a time I went to Kasanda. Kasanda is a place along Mobende Road. I found a person. He called me and they were doing away with their animals. I tried to understand why they are doing away with the animals. I realized the animals were dying. Reaching the site, I realized they had built a very big structure which had costed millions. They had covered it all throughout. There was no breathing space. There was no room for aeration, and the animals were many. So they started having issues and they were dying on a regular. So the gentleman resorted to selling them. Remember, he acquired land. Don't know what he bought it for. He has invested in to build a structure worth millions. He has invested in to buy good breeds of animals worth millions. And then you have to, at the end of the day, sell them out. Try to treat them first. Those are costs. Sell them out cheaply because you're being haunted by some of the factors you didn't look at while you're starting. You understand? So, those are some of the issues. Looking at management, feed management. Now, once you have identified the types of feeds that these animals eat or what you want to grow at your land, there is going to come a time in the year when conditions are not going to favor you to grow, to keep growing, and the animals will not stop to eat. So you have to get into what we call pasture management. How do you have to manage the pastures such that the animals can feed all throughout the seasons without any implications to your enterprise? Pasture management. We have seasons here where we grow so much pastures. Pastures grow on their own. Everywhere you pass is a lot of pastures. Everywhere you pass is a lot of grown pastures for animals. Now, I'm going to implore farmers to start using this opportunity here. Farmers, so many farmers in outside countries, for example, the deserts, countries like Afghanistan, countries like Iran, they like to grow goats. But these people are having extreme weather conditions. They can hardly grow pastures all throughout. So we who have the advantage of these weather patterns here, why don't we take advantage? You've understood that goats, the main natural resource is the pastures. Once you don't have them, you can't grow animals. Why don't we take advantage of the seasons that we have? Grow so much pastures. After we've grown them, preserve them. Grow so many animals. In times when others are crying for scarcity, take that advantage, grow so many animals, benefit from that, make silage out of these pastures, make hay out of these pastures. I've seen people that have turned these pastures into pellets. They get supplements, get so many supplements. They involve these pastures. They make what we call pellets. They store them to feed the animals at a later time. Now, all these are ways of managing pastures for animals. Hay is grass preserved for animals in a way that someone cuts it, they put it under shade to wilt. When it is wilted, for example, for a day or two, get it, compact it, and tie it into different bales. Put it into a cool place that does not access water cold conditions, that does not access extreme conditions of heat. Why do we leave them under shade to wilt? It's because we do not like to be hit by extreme weather conditions, extreme sunshine, extreme hotness. These grasses will lose that green component in them, which is so advantageous to animals. So many minerals in there, so many nutrients in there. You understand that? Make use of the seasons that we have. Make use of everything, every opportunity that our weather presents. Make use of every advantage. Even if you don't have the animals, you can prepare the pastures. So many people out there need the pastures. So many people out there are farming, but they don't have pastures. For example, someone called me about 3-4 days. They told me they have so many animals around Chankwanzi. When it is the dry seasons, most of these areas along that road are hit so bad that even the grass that you see looks as brown as the soil. So she calls me and wants advice on how to feed the animals, because the natural pastures have gone with the wet season. The dry season has dried everything and animals no longer have pastures. So they turned onto supplements, maize bran, and other components. Upon introduction, some of the animals, once you change feed directly without doing it gradually, the normal microflora in the gut is not used to that. So expect some problems to do with the introduction of new feeds to the animals. So this is what happened. The farmer lost animals because they did not plan for their seasons. They did not plan for pasture management. They did not have it in plan. So the animals are looking terrible. You cannot even sell them right now because the people that will come to buy them will give you a lot of small money because the animals are looking skinny. They have not been eating. Expect them also to give you that money because that is what the animals carry. That is what is in the weight of the animals. So you have to take care of this aspect of animal farming. It is equally important. I've told you, do not go into animal farming when you do not have the pastures. Do not. I've seen so many that have called me and inquired and asked me, we have a small piece of land, 50 by 100 feet. 100 by 100, can we grow goats? Can we farm goats from that place? And my answer has been no always, because I don't want to mislead you like other people are doing. It hurts me when you buy the animals, take them into, and then after some time you have to start selling them off one by one and cheaply. Or you have to start losing them to different conditions because you were advised to do what you were doing and it sort of fell through. I don't want to do that. I don't want to be that person you look at and you say, that one gave me a bad idea which made me losses. No, I don't want to be that person. I have to tell you the truth, you deal with the truth. At the end of the day, you have to figure out what you can do best. And more so in a country like ours where so many things are slow. You do not want to take chances with investments from different people. So, people with small pieces of land, look out for animal farming businesses that eat from your pocket. What do I mean? Animals that feed on food that you have bought. For example, they are pigs, they are chicken. The cows, partially you can do that. The crocodiles. Some people are farming snakes, some others are farming crocodiles. Now, these animals eat from your pocket. You have to buy maize bran, you have to buy maize, you have to buy other supplements, you have to buy concentrates if you're feeding a pig at your farm. You have to buy the same for other animals. But a goat is not going to eat from your pocket. Even if you have the money, you'll not have people that are selling to you the shrubs that the goats have to eat. So if you have a small piece of land, think about those businesses exactly. If you have a large piece of land, certain acres and above, that is where I can tell you, now this is sufficient land for you to grow not more than 40 goats. No, not more than a number of goats that can be accommodated on your area. In so doing, you'll figure out by yourself, goats do not eat from your pocket. They'll have to go out and look for pastures and return when full. They have to go out and look for pastures. They browse. They pick from different things. And they will return very satisfied. So they don't eat from your pocket like other businesses. So you have to understand that.